All right, let's dive into a massive moment in the story of Wotan, the Overman. We're not just talking about some speech he gives, we're talking about his proclamation. This is the point where he comes back from his isolation, not as a man anymore, but as a living, breathing philosophy. And he's ready to pass judgment.
This right here, this metaphor is the key to understanding everything. The proclamation isn't some comforting campfire. It's a brutal, blinding flash of lightning. It doesn't give you a map. All it does is reveal how huge and terrifying the forest is and show you that you've just been walking in circles. It's pure clarity and pure horror, all at the same time.
So to really get a grip on this, we're going to break it down into 4 parts. First, his descent back into society. Then, why his message is a verdict, not salvation. After that, the absolute horror this freedom causes. And finally, how this all plays into a massive cosmic wager for the fate of existence itself.
Okay, first up, the Overman's descent. So after Wotan reaches his own kind of godlike state, his apotheosis, he doesn't just stay up on his mountain. He does what Zarathustra did. He comes down into the marketplace. You know, the messy, chaotic heart of human civilization.
Now this is absolutely crucial to understand. Wotan isn't just a guy with opinions. He is a philosophical thesis made flesh. Every single thing he does is the physical version of an idea. He doesn't argue with you. He confronts you. He doesn't try to persuade you. He hands down thunderous verdicts.
So where does this living idea go? Straight for the jugular of the human herd. He goes right up against the biggest pillars of our society: government, religion, and all those modern boardrooms and corridors of power. He's putting our entire world on trial.
And his conclusion? It's swift, it's brutal, and it's absolute. He looks at every single one of these institutions and finds them wanting. Not just flawed, you see, but completely inadequate for the new reality he represents. To him, they're just fossils.
And this brings us to a really important distinction. What he brings is a verdict. It's not an offer of salvation. He's not the hero riding in to save everyone. He is the judge arriving to deliver the sentence.
This really lays out the difference, doesn't it? A superhero's goal is to save us, to keep things as they are. Wotan's goal is for humanity to surpass itself. He's working from this post-human morality. His goal isn't to protect the herd, it's to force it to evolve or just get out of the way.
And here's the kicker. You don't get to just sit on the sidelines and watch. His very existence forces an existential choice on every single person. There's no neutral ground. Once you've seen that lightning flash, you can't just pretend it's dark again.
And here's the choice, in all its brutal simplicity. On one side, you've got the sweet oblivion. You can just cling to your comfy human delusions and pretend you never saw the truth. On the other side, the terrible freedom, the painful, difficult path of overcoming yourself.
Now, this whole philosophy is built on something that honestly is pretty shocking to most of us: the total rejection of pity. If Wotan comes across a city that's suffering, his lesson isn't to heal them. No, his demand is that they find the strength to surpass their own problems. For him, pity is just an anchor that holds you back.
So this leads to a pretty big question. How do people actually react to all this? Well, for the average person, this isn't good news. It is a message of profound existential horror.
Think about it. Our societies, our religions, our morals, what are they? They're shelters, right? They're walls we build around ourselves to hide from the cold, hard truths of existence.
Wotan's proclamation is like a giant spotlight that shows these shelters for what they are: obsolete delusions. His verdict is that all our comforts are just lies we tell ourselves, and his presence just rips them all down, leaving humanity naked and terrified. So from a normal human perspective, what does Wotan look like? A monster of absolute freedom. His relentless, wild, Dionysian hunt for truth with no regard for our morality is absolutely terrifying to a species that wants safety more than anything else.
All right, let's zoom out now to the biggest possible picture. This proclamation isn't just about humanity. It's a key battle in a cosmic wager. It's basically an existential referendum on the very nature of reality.
So on one side you have Wotan. He's the all-will. He is growth, creation, becoming, and his proclamation is the engine driving that forward. And on the other side you have Mephistopheles, the spirit who denies. His whole reason for being is to undermine, to negate, to say no to creation.
Now Mephistopheles is clever. He knows he can't beat Wotan in a straight fight, so his strategy is subversion. He tries to tempt Wotan, to drag him back into the very thing he overcame, slave morality, the value system of weakness, pity, and resentment. He's trying to pull the overman back down into the mud with the rest of the herd.
And how does he do it? With the three great temptations of the human soul. First, he dangles pity, telling Wotan to save people instead of making them surpass themselves. Then he tries resentment, trying to make him bitter and angry. And maybe, the sneakiest of all, the desire to be worshipped, to become just another false god for the masses to blindly follow.
So you see, the proclamation itself becomes this ongoing test. Can Wotan fight off these temptations and stay a creator of new values? Or is he going to fall for the comforting lie of weakness and lose this cosmic wager? Every single moment is the proof.
Which brings us right back to where we started, with that flash of lightning. The proclamation is that flash. It doesn't hand you a map, it doesn't build you a fire, it just shows you, for one terrifying second, the massive truth of existence, and the fact that you have been completely and utterly lost.
And that leaves us with the final question, doesn't it? The one Wotan's presence forces on every single one of us. The lightning has flashed, it's revealed the forest, and shown you that you've been going in circles. The thunder is fading, and it's dark again. So, what do you do next?